I'm DeDe. For this seated 30-minute session, we'll change up our foot placement and leg position a bit to challenge balance and increase hip and core stability, as well as strength. We'll also do some flexibility work toward the end. And here's what you'll need: a sturdy armless chair, athletic shoes, some water for hydration that's off to the side. You'll also need plenty of space around you, and remember to do the moves only at your own perfect pace. So now let's sit down. Sitting away from the back of the chair, so you have to use your own postural muscles to hold you up. Legs in line with your hip joints, and ears in line with your hips. So one straight line here, one straight line here. So we have this somewhat narrow stance. Take your hands on your legs, inhale, and exhale. Hinge forward from your hips. Again. Exhale. So it's not easy to hinge forward and maintain the straightness of your spine. In fact, sometimes, unless we see ourselves in a mirror, we never know for sure if our back is straight. So feel that your back is straight and check it out in a mirror whenever you have a chance. Whatever you learn in the mirror, try to memorize how it feels to be in the right position. And then you won't need a mirror after that. But sometimes you have to confirm visually what you're feeling kinesthetically. Last one. Now inhale, arms down, stay upright. Exhale, fingers to shoulders. Again, down, inhale, and fingers to shoulders. Now the arms go a little bit past your body as you inhale, bend and touch. Now if you can't quite touch your fingers to your shoulders, you just get as close as you can. Because it requires a bit of flexibility through your forearms, your wrists, and the backs of your hands. So get as close as you can to there if you can't get all the way. Okay, now leave your fingers wherever you can reach, and then inhale, elbow circle up and around, and back and down as you exhale. Do it again. Creating some mobility in our shoulders, chest muscles, wrists, and forearms. Can you make it bigger? Here. Inhale, now let's go the other way. Inhale and exhale, circle. Inhale, back, and exhale, forward. And can we add that hip hinge? Inhale, and then exhale. Keep your back straight, forward. Again. So now we're making it even tougher. We have our hands on our shoulders. We don't have our hands on our legs. So the back muscles have to work harder. Here's the last one. Now inhale, elbows open, and they close, or as close as you can get to close. How are your fingers doing? Are they able to get further up on your shoulders now that we've been here for a bit? Hi, Prissy. Welcome to our session, Prissy. Coordinating this with your breath. Bye, Prissy. All right, now arms come down. Circle around through your wrists in both directions. Now you see we have the fingers open here and the hands are relatively flat because that feels different than what we're going to do next. make a light fist, and you circle there. Circle around, both directions. One more each way. I can feel that in my wrists, my hands, and my forearms. I hope you can too. Now we spread the fingers open and bring them closed. Open, closed. So besides right now, before we do a movement session, a good time to do this is before you sit down to do quite a bit of typing. Like maybe you're going to type some emails, something like that. You're going to type a letter. Warming up the fingers, maybe before you play piano, or cello, or guitar, or whatever you like to play. Let's do 4 more. So the more you can spread your fingers, the more stretch you'll feel. Now let's bring the hands in the lap, ears over shoulders, and then we turn the head one way, and then back to the center. Try not to turn your shoulders. The other way, and back to the center. Now typically, unless we really pursue flexibility in our neck, we start to lose flexibility. And that goes for pretty much every other body part too. But because turning the head can sometimes be a little uncomfortable, we tend to start to modify the head turns. And the way we can do that is by turning our body. So instead of turning your body, let's free up the neck a little bit. One more like this. Now back to center, and then ear to shoulder, right side. Over. And back up. Can you feel the stretch in the opposite side? So as you go this way, feel it over here. And then up. So you'll feel the shortening on this side, the lengthening on this side. Still breathing. So far, we're not paying any attention to our stances, but that's because we're preparing the rest of our body. And then we'll start to move through different foot placement and leg positions. That helps us strengthen our hips, our legs, and our core. All right, back to the center. Now let's tap the toes. Tap right, left, right, left. As usual, we're keeping the heels down, and we're lifting as much of the foot as we can. This movement is involved in walking. Every time we, what's called dorsiflex the ankle on the lead foot, as we take a step and we do the heel strike, this position is involved. So the stronger we can be here, the better we can walk, run, hike, climb stairs. Now we'll go up on our tiptoes. Both feet we go up and down. So the knees rise because the heels are rising. Now with the hands, we'll push down just a little bit at first. Push down. Can you feel your abdominal muscles start to fire? How about your shoulder muscles? So we're keeping the elbows bent. Don't walk them out like this. So really this move is warming up a lot of our body, not just our calf muscles. Resist with your hands a little more now. Resist. Now we can stop resisting and we can bring the arms up to the front and down. Just a reminder that you can always hold your chair with one or both hands if you need to. No matter what we're doing, you can go here. You can hold on. But if you're not needing to hold on with one or both hands, then you can raise the arms up higher. You can bend your elbows if you need to. Otherwise, arms are straighter. Can you get your heels up any higher? You should be getting a little more limber now. So maybe if your feet were cold when we started, all of these heel raises and toe taps are starting to warm your feet up. Keep that in mind next time your feet are cold. Now hold the chair, dig your right heel forward and back, and your left heel forward and back. Now opposite arm, forward, back. Here's the option if you're not holding on. One arm goes back while the other arm goes forward. And you can make it bigger, or you can keep it smaller. That's your choice. Up. So now we finally changed our stance, didn't we? We have a split stance with one foot further forward than the other. So you'll notice, as soon as you pick up your foot, that your core muscles have to switch on, not just your abdominals, the muscles all throughout your mid-torso. Now can we speed this up? Let's try. 1, 2. 1, 2. Do your elbows need to be more bent? Always take that option if you need it. Now we're going to switch from alternating arms to both arms forward. Ready? Let's try. Up, up, up. So with the forces up and down my torso from my arms moving so quickly and from bringing one foot off the floor, I can really feel my core muscles stabilizing, switching on, contracting. Let's go to some heel lifts alternating. Right, left, right, left. And then we'll add the arm. Opposite arm, forward, forward, forward. You can always come back to this if things get a little too intense for you. Now 2 on each side. 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2, and switch. Now, heel forward, right and left. Now stay with that, or extend your leg all the way out in front. Show me the sole of your shoe. Now, if straightening your leg causes you to round your back, then you're straightening too much. So you can keep it lower and a little more bent. How about the same side arm? Same side and down. Same side, down. Now, how about faster? Let's try it. 1, 2. So in order to support the weight of your leg in space, your quadriceps, your hip flexors, they have to work hard. Can you feel them working? I can feel mine. Now heel tap forward, heel, heel. Now heel tap out to the diagonal. So now we changed the stance again, didn't we? Instead of going in this, what's called a sagittal plane, straight out in front of us, we're going out, heading toward the frontal plane. And that means heading out towards, straight out to the side. So we're not there yet. Can we do both arms? Both. Cross. Sitting up tall. Let's try 2 on each side. 1, 2, and switch. So it's heel, toe, heel. Heel, toe, heel. So there's a little turn in the body, if you're okay with it. My chair is a hard surface chair, so my clothing slides pretty easily across the seat. If you have something that's fabric, then the fabric of your clothing might not shift around as easily. And that's okay, you don't have to turn. Now we come back to the center and we march this time. Right, left. Now we stagger march, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a quick shift and then you hold. Hold. Now see the torso lean? This is one way, so we're strengthening our core. Leaning a little bit. The muscles have to grab on and stabilize. And when we pair that with the foot coming off the ground, then there's even more stability that's called for. So feel it happening. 2 on each side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Make them quick, and then you can pause. 1, 2. So because we're going a little faster than the beat of the music for this part, that's called a syncopated rhythm. So you're faster, and then you match up with the beat. Faster, match up with the beat. I'm telling you that because we're going to do a syncopated jumping jack soon. I want you to be familiar with that name. Okay, heel presses, right, left, right, left. Remember, this is a good move to come back to. If you get tired, if you get confused, if you just need a little break, if you want to get a drink of water. Now we'll tap out to the side. Hold the chair at first, right? And you're swiveling out from your hip, kind of like opening and closing a cabinet door. Yeah, so everything moves together. Let's line the arms up if you don't need to hold on. So the arm goes out with the leg. So that's one way to do the arms. If you want to take your arms off your leg, then you can swivel independently. So to swivel, we have to use some of our rotator muscles in our hips and our shoulders. Now what if both arms go? Swivel out and in, out and in. Can you keep a pretty close proximity of elbows to waist? There's a little bit of space there. Like you had a rolled up towel between your upper arm and your ribs. A little bit of space. Now 2 on each side. Faster. 1 and 2. And 1 and 2. Switch. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And switch. Swivel out a little further with your fingertips. One more. All right, feet back where we started. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward. Do it again. Keep your belly long. That's one way to know that your back is long. Tap our toes over the opposite foot. So it looks like this. We sit up, roll the shoulders back and down, and we go with the right foot first. It looks like this. Across, center, across, switch. Across, center, across, and switch. Now faster. 1 and 2 and switch. How does that feel? You don't have to go as far across as I'm demonstrating. We want to feel like we can move our legs freely without them getting tangled up. How does it feel for you? Can we cross the arms? Cross, cross, switch, cross, cross, switch. So we're definitely changing the stance here, aren't we? A cross ankle stance. That's different than what we've done so far. Maybe you can alternate which arm is on top each time you cross. And if that messes up your arms, don't worry about that part. Now heel digs, right and left. Heel, heel, hands on your legs. Can you tip forward a little bit? So changing our torso position changes our legs because the proximity of our legs to our torso is different. Doesn't it feel different? Keep your back straight. How about out to the diagonal? Straight and long through your back. Now we sit up and we tap the toe out to the side so the knee is not as far out as the toe. Now quick out and pause, quick out and pause, quick out and pause, quick out and pause. So this is syncopated, isn't it? Because we're going a little faster than the beat. And then we wait, and the beat catches up with us. 1, 2. 1, 2. And the arms. Across, across. Our whole body's involved now. 8, 7. Last one. Come back to the center. Heel press. Right, left. And the arms. Right heel, left heel. All right, remember the jumping jacks, I promise? Okay, we're going to do them right foot first. We go out, out, in. Now left foot first. Out, out, in. Right foot. Left foot. Right. So now you keep up with the foot. Which foot is it? Now we're holding on, but if you don't need to hold on, you can bring your arms up in a similar fashion to your legs going out. So it looks like this. Out, out, and down, out, so whenever we have to focus on which one is supposed to go next, that means we're fully engaged. Mentally, physically. That's a good thing. A little cognitive skill. Bigger if you want, or keep it smaller. Remember, you can still be holding on to the chair if you need to. All right, bring your feet in. wide, exhale forward. And again. Do you feel the tension release through your back when you tip forward? I see. One reason is because we're supporting with our hands, and another reason is because the forces of gravity change as we change our relationship. So the compressive forces that are down are now across the spine. Are your shoulders relaxed? Keep them relaxed. One more. Now stay up here. Keep breathing. Step your feet out wide. Let's move toward the front edge of our chair. Feet wide like this, out by the corners of your chair seat. Hands here. Inhale. And then exhale. Drop down and twist. Inhale, center. Change sides. Exhale and twist. So can you feel the compressive forces in your back shifting when you do this as well? Yeah, because rotation is different than just sitting up neutral. As we come forward, gravity's in a different place. It's so good to notice what we're feeling when we're feeling it. It's a really good skill to develop. It helps you to stay injury-free because you know when you're doing too much. All right, hold it. Hold the chair, turn this way. This knee is under the hip. This knee is over the ankle. Now we'll wiggle the back foot back as much as we can and straighten the back leg out. Drop this hip that's closest to me down and keep holding on to the chair. Or if you don't need to, then you'll put your hand that's closest to me on your hip, and then you'll take your other arm up. Now as your arm goes up, keep thinking about straightening your back leg. You can look up or you can just look forward. Oh, after everything we did, this feels nice, doesn't it? All right, and then release, and we turn the other way. Back. Drop your hip closest to me down. Keep holding on to the chair. Take your arm that's closest to me up or on your hip, and the arm furthest from me can go up. So this way allows you to keep holding on to the chair. Can you keep straightening your back leg? Let's release, turn forward. Sit evenly in your chair. You're not against the back, but you're not right at the front. Right ankle on top of left ankle. Right ankle on top of left knee. Balance the weight across your hips, sit up straighter, and if you can, lean forward. It's probably a silly question, but do you feel this in your right hip? Think about the practicality of a stretch like this. Every time we put on our socks and, to a degree, our shoes, this is a good position to be able to get into, right? All right, then we switch down, across, or over. Equal weight on both hips, shoulders down, and then maybe you tip forward. Sit up. Now you're going to take the little finger side of your fists and place them here, right on the side of your hips. Now if these are wings, you're going to pull your wings right back behind you and then lift your chest up. Keep pulling the elbows back. Now one thing I want to show you, don't let that happen to your shoulders. So push your shoulders down, pull your chin in, and then pull your elbows back. Now we breathe into the collarbone and chest area. Wow, that feels nice, doesn't it? Let's twist. Ankles and knees together. Turn and look over your right right shoulder. Lift the crown of your head up. Turn the other way. And then we're coming back to the center. Roll your shoulders up and back and down. So how did that feel? Remember, changing things up as we did in this session helps us challenge physically as well as mentally our bodies and minds. Thanks for joining me.